Once upon a time in a small village surrounded by tall green mountains, there lived a 26 years old man, Marco. From the outside, he seemed like any ordinary young man, healthy, capable, full of life. But inside, his mind was like a restless storm. He worried about the future. What if I fail? What if I disappoint my family? And he constantly replayed his past mistakes. At night, he tossed and turned on his bed. His eyes stared at the ceiling, but his mind never stopped racing. In the morning, he woke up more tired than before. Slowly, he stopped smiling, stopped enjoying meals, and even avoided his friends. People thought Marco was fine, but deep down, he was drowning in his own thoughts. One afternoon, while walking through the village market, Marco overheard two old men talking about a wise teacher who lived in the hills. They said he was once a well-known philosopher in the city. Maybe this man could help him. Without waiting, he packed a small bag and began the long journey up the hills. The road was steep and rocky. His body grew tired, but his mind was even heavier. Still, step by step, he pushed forward until he reached a small wooden hut covered in vines. On the porch sat an old man, his eyes closed, breathing slowly. Marco walked closer and bowed respectfully. "Grandfather," he said softly, "my mind is full of noise. I cannot stop thinking. I am tired of carrying these thoughts. Can you show me how to find peace?" The old man slowly opened his eyes and they sparkled with calmness. He smiled and nodded. "Peace is not far away, my son. But to see it, you must first understand your mind. I will give you a simple task." He picked up a wooden bucket filled with muddy water. Handing it to Marco, he said, "Take this bucket and sit quietly. Do not touch the water. Just wait and watch what happens." Marco sat down, puzzled. The water was cloudy and dark, filled with dirt stirred from the bottom. Minutes passed. Slowly, the dirt began to settle. The water became clearer. After some time, Marco could see his reflection shining back at him. The old man returned and asked, "What did you see, Marco?" Marco replied, "At first, the water was muddy. I couldn't see anything. But as I waited, the dirt sank to the bottom, and the water became clear. Now I can see myself." The old man smiled gently. "Exactly. This bucket of water is like your mind. When you keep shaking it with endless thoughts of past and future, everything becomes muddy. You cannot see clearly. But when you sit quietly without touching, the dirt settles by itself. The mind clears and peace appears. You begin to see who you truly are." Marco's eyes widened. For the first time, he understood. His suffering came not from the thoughts themselves, but from his constant attention to them. Like shaking the bucket again and again, he never gave his mind the chance to rest. He sat silently for a long time, breathing slowly. For the first time in years, he felt a quiet space inside him. It was small but real, and in that space, he felt peace. When Marco finally stood up, he was no longer the same restless young man. His shoulders felt lighter. His chest was no longer tight. He bowed deeply to the old man. "Grandfather, I understand now. Peace is not something outside. It is already here. I only need to let my mind settle." The old man placed his hand gently on Marco's shoulder. "Remember this, life will always bring storms, but your mind does not have to be the storm. Be like the water, still, clear, and calm." If you like the story, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories like this one. Thank you for staying with us. See you in the next story with new thoughts and new lessons. Until then, stay well and stay peaceful.